Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We hosted guests this past week, so I'm taking you through everything we purchased from Aldi in preparation for their visit. Our meal plan for the few days that our guests were with us was roast chicken, white chicken chili, homemade pizza, sausage foil packets, deer pot pie, and pork barbacoa. Starting on the left, we have our dairy and protein. This particular half gallon is for yogurt making. I usually make mine in the Instapot, but this past week I incubated my culture in a cooler. And I will share that process with you today at the end of the video. Next to the milk, we have some half and half. I actually needed some heavy whipping cream for our white chicken chili recipe, but Aldi was out of the organic heavy whipping cream, so I modified the recipe with this organic half and half. To the right of the half and half, we have 2 whole chickens for roasting and then using the remaining meat for white chicken chili. Since we use the bones for stock, I focus on purchasing organic chicken. We have some kielbasa sausage for a go-to sausage foil pack recipe that we make over the fire. That is super fun to make with kids if you have any. I'll link it below. I highly recommend. We have some shredded Swiss and Gruyere cheese for topping breakfast strata and frittatas. In front of the sausage, we have a can of chopped green chilies for the white chicken chili. Continuing with our produce, we have a bell pepper bag to pair with our sausage foil packets and pork barbacoa, carrots and celery for deer pot pie, avocados and cilantro for the chili and barbacoa, broccoli to pair with the roast chicken, green onion for garnish, and apples for snacking. The plums will be used with cherries I froze at the peak of their season for homemade spiced cherry and plum jam. The lemons, golden raisins, and dried berry assortment are for our Advent and Christmas baking traditions. For our pantry products, we have a few fallback macaroni and cheese boxes, white rice, and quinoa, and a few spaghetti noodle packages. The corn chips are for our chili and barbacoa, and the bran flakes are for the kids. I'm very impressed with the list of ingredients on these Millville bran flakes compared to the Great Value bran flakes. Something I forgot to include in this picture is Aldi's organic salted butter. I buy these 4-stick packages 4 at a time. They're absolutely delicious. Now this could probably go into an entire video about products that I don't purchase from Azure, but just to keep it simple, the Aldi price point is more affordable for the quinoa, rice, noodles, and butter, all of which are organic. The yogurt making process begins with warming your milk to 180 degrees Fahrenheit to kill off any harmful bacteria. Make sure to continually stir your milk as you do this because we don't want to scald the milk or burn it on the bottom. Once your milk has reached the temperature of 180 degrees, remove it from the heat, allow it to cool, and let it come to the temperature of 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you can safely add your starter culture to the milk without hurting the culture. The culture I'm using today is from a batch I made previously, but I've used the Aldi organic Greek yogurt with whole milk as a starter culture before, and it has worked successfully. Then take the jars that you're incubating your yogurt in and fill them up with this mixture. All right, now for the fun part. You're going to take your cooler that you're using as an incubator and you are going to fill it with water from the tap at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to fill the cooler until the water reaches at least halfway up the jars. Close the lid of your cooler and allow it to sit overnight, but I've definitely left it in the cooler for 24 hours before. and it turned out just fine. This is what the yogurt looks like after incubating for just over 12 hours. If you like a more viscous yogurt, you can definitely just eat it straight out of the quart jars, but I like to strain mine most of the time to make a Greek yogurt. I like to start this process in the evening, and then I'll let it incubate overnight and sometimes throughout the next day as well, and get it back in the fridge the following evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.